University in 1940 actually wore a tux on Saturday night. But then we're going to have a professional dancer there too, and it's going to be really cool. So if you are coming to the conference, come 10 minutes early to the closing 9 shift session. And it's the top of the hour, so we're going to get started. We got a good group here. The theme of the report this afternoon, thinking about 30 minutes, and then any questions if you got them. But the theme is thank you. I want to thank Tammy Peterson for her stellar work as our information specialist for all of Learn and for her work with UGotClass. I want to thank Leslie Kowalczyk, our administrative and customer service manager, for working with you all and working with your students. And then want to thank Zach Hipp, our marketing manager, for helping you and assisting you in getting more folks into the online classes. But mainly I want to thank you. We've had a terrific year, which means you've had a terrific year. You've done a great job. You wanted UGotClass. We started it because of requests from members, and you're now delivering on what you wanted, and you're making it work. So we're excited. This is our first annual report, but we're going to keep doing annual reports because there's a lot to report on. The numbers for 2013, well, registrations were up 25% over 2012. That means income is up 25%, just to clarify that. Sometimes those numbers aren't the same, but with UGotClass, they are. And what that says is there's lots of potential out there. There's just lots of potential. You haven't begun to scratch the surface yet. Our top 50 partners have generated 80% of the registrations. But what that means is for every other partner out there is that you can be one of the top 50 partners too. You can generate the same number of registrations as our top 50 partners. When we look at our top 50 partners, yes, they're good programs, yes, they're run well, but there's nothing special. They're not located in the middle of New York City or in a zip code with all the wealthiest billionaires in the world. And so what that says to us is there's just a lot of potential in your area, and there's a lot of geographic areas that simply nobody is tapping into. And you can go after any area you want. So the top 50 partners produced anywhere from 20 to 175 registrations this year, not lifetime, a whole lot more lifetime, but just this year. The average for our top 50 partners was 40 registrations this year. I think I figured out the program that if they devoted all their income to a Learn membership, which they did not, but that's fine, that they would have had like 14 years of Learn membership paid for, and lifetime it would be like over 40 years. They've generated enough income that if they devoted that money to Learn membership, they could pay their dues for another 40 years. And our course offerings were up 25% to 198 this year. We developed 6 new certificates and 16 new courses. That was not as many as we are developing for 2014. So we're actually stepping up the pace on new certificates and new courses. So between fall of 2013 and fall of 2014, we've already developed 12 new certificates and 36 new courses, and we are working now on developing new courses for fall of 2014. But now those are some numbers, but here's the numbers we really love. One of you top partners asked about evaluations, and so Leslie went in and figured it out, and your students can anonymously evaluate the course. We ask them to. It pops up in the final week of every course. Some people put in their name, but there's no requirement for name. And looking at those numbers, 96% satisfaction rate. That's a wow. Our refund rate is so low. We didn't put it in percentages because it would be hard to put it in a low enough percentage that you would understand. So it's only 56 out of 9,200 registrations. Basically, we offer a full refund to anyone who requests it, and we beg people. That rate is so low that we beg people to take a refund. We work with you, of course, on you approving it. But basically what that says is people really love these courses. And Zach just put together a 24-page directory of the best testimonials. That's not all of them, but the best ones. So these numbers we just came up, figured out this year for the first time, and we're very excited about that. That bodes well for the future and for working with you all as well. This year we spent some time figuring out what works out there with our top partners, and we don't have time to go through everything that works. We are developing webinars, and we've had our first one this fall on helping you to promote, and of course Zek is available to assist you as well. But here's some of the things that we found out this year. 4 to 6 pages devoted to UGotClass. If your brochure is 40 pages or more, that's what our top partners are doing to generate the maximum number of registrations. You don't need to put Learn or UGotClass name. We would recommend you not highlight it. It can be there somewhere, but integrating your UGotClass online courses with your regular courses is what the top partners are doing, according to our analysis and research this year. Certificates do better than individual courses. That's good for you because that means a repeat rate and higher dollar. Email works. Emailing to past students really works. Of course, your website and online registration. And then Stephanie Bolin in her webinar last month made a point of saying that UGotClass is like your backup. Anybody who has their face-to-face class canceled, if it has anything close to anything that we're offering online, you can offer them UGotClass in place of it. UGotClass courses never cancel. So we've figured out some things this last year, and we're going to keep figuring things out. Online learning, obviously new to the field, maybe a decade old at the most, and so we're going to keep researching what works and keep informing you on what works. One thing that's worked for UGotClass is that we invite our top 20 partners to participate in quarterly conference calls. Actually, they were occasional, and then the partners said they wanted them quarterly. So we're going to set up 4 a year. I mentioned Stephanie, one of our top partners, did a webinar in October, and we're going to have other webinars in the coming year by other top partners on specific aspects of promoting and marketing. Darby Lanfer, along with Stephanie, is going to be doing a session at our conference next week on promoting online courses. And then something else they suggested over the summer is that they would really like to see us do webinars for your customers, not for you. We're doing some webinars for you, like this one, but for your customers. And so we did a trial run in October, I believe it was, or was it September, but this fall, and it worked so well that we're going to come back with more webinars that you promote to your customers. They're free. you get the click-through emails so you can follow up with them and encourage them to register for the UGotClass course. And we have the instructors for the UGotClass courses doing the webinar. So it's a subject matter that relates to the webinars. That worked great, so we're going to keep doing that. The other thing that our top partners are telling us is that UGotClass is superior to other online vendors, and here's the 4 reasons that they identify. One, we do go after people who have some level of expertise, experience. It could be teaching experience, it could be practitioner experience, it could be both. And so we are recruiting and going after teachers all over North America, looking for that cut above, somebody that you're not necessarily going to be able to get locally, looking for the best person out there that we can find. We don't do like mass recruitments with, I can't remember the free services out there, but we don't do that. We work with partners, we work with members, we work with teachers to get people that have an excellent background and expertise, and it's been working. Our teachers are so good that you want to hear them. So here are just the UGotClass teachers who will be at our conference next week. And we had other UGotClass teachers at our conference last year. And so that's just a level, an indication of the level of the quality there. Number 2 is that our courses are multimedia. We're able to embed YouTube videos. We've got pictures. We got a really nice design. Everybody really likes this visual, pleasant design. Very easy to navigate. Color, background color, color on the type font. Again, pictures, artwork, all that kind of thing. So our courses are multimedia, and what we're particularly pleased and proud about is that every unit of every course has an audio presentation from the instructor with visual slides. And this is an example of the software that we've had built to put in the online classroom. And so our teachers don't just step in and do courses. They actually build the courses themselves, and so it's their material, and your students hear their voices, not the voice of someone else, when they are taking the course. And number 4 is that every question is answered. Our instructors go in on 3 different days of the week to make comments, answer questions. So they're not in there all the time, but it appears that they're in there all of the time. In fact, one of our UGotClass teachers, Mary Durashewski, is the foremost expert on doing online discussions. And she has, her book is called Continual Engagement. And that's kind of what it looks like when you go into one of our discussions, because the teachers are there so frequently that it seems like they're always there. And the students always feel their presence. We don't get emails saying, where'd my instructor go? Or what's, my question wasn't answered. And so that combination has made it a great success. And we are moving more forward into trying to help your program, your institution understand why UGotClass is critical to your program. We're initially putting this out today, but we're going to reiterate this message next year. Learn and UGotClass is the only nonprofit online course provider out there that we are aware of. And just so you know, we're not saying don't work with any for-profit. We're just saying UGotClass has got to be your top priority for online courses and primary focus there, because for-profits are required to put profit first, not you. We are required to put you first. We get 100% of our income from serving you. Our nonprofit mission is your mission. Your fellow members compose LEARN's board of directors, so you and people who represent you are on our board of directors, and of course the top partners on the UGotClass Advisory Council. So we're never going to go around your back, because we got your back. And we are demonstrating that with our courses and with our track record. We're also going to demonstrate that with our new administrative software that Leslie's going to show us in a bit here. But first, before we are excited about showing you some of the screenshots from our new software that you're going to be able to use. Just a few things that's coming in 2014. If you haven't seen Leslie, that's Leslie, and you'll be able to hear her in a few minutes. But we have 6 new certificates and 21 new courses starting in early 2014, and again we're in the process of creating more for fall 2014. So currently, starting in February, we'll have 22 certificates and 85 85 courses. We're also looking at, we're going to offer any course that works. We're going to offer any course that you suggest or that's popular out there. But we are looking at having a core curriculum for the 21st century that is, we know, knowledge workers, college-educated professionals who are in the main, the people coming to your/our courses now, need a different set of skills, need skills for the 21st century. We've copyrighted that slogan. And so we are moving forward going to build the curriculum for what knowledge workers, professionals, business people, small businesses, large businesses, nonprofits, education, government sector, those skills that they all have in common, and look for the curriculum for the 21st century. Again, we're going to be working with you on that. And then finally, before I turn it over to Leslie, in terms of marketing, there's Zek. If you're coming to the conference, you'll be able to meet Zek and Leslie next week. But we're going to be doing more webinars, as I suggested. Our advisory council has asked us to provide some copyright-free photographs for your brochure or website, so we're working on that. We hope to have 2 to 3 minute YouTube videos with our instructors. We're crossing our fingers. We're doing it next week so that you can put that on your website or in your social media. We will be able to customize them with your name and your contact information. And then we're also continuing to look at what works the best in terms of our time, Zek's time, to help you to maximize your registrations. We're doing press releases for you. We're writing sample email copy for you. We're analyzing your brochures and websites, and we're looking at what's going to make the biggest bang for the time and energy there, and we're excited about that. So with that, we have a new administrative software system that we're starting this month. I'm going to turn it over to Leslie, and she can tell you a little bit about that. Leslie?
All right. Welcome, everyone, and thanks for joining us this afternoon. I want to take a few minutes to show you a few features of our new UGotClass system and one of which would be the custom reports that we have available to you. The custom reports will allow you to have immediate access to your student as well as your financial information. So the dashboard here is the first screen that you'll see upon logging into the system. It will basically provide an overview of your student registrations as well as your classroom and student activity. Next slide, please. The classroom report here will show you the number of students you have enrolled in each course, and then also the status of their classroom invitations. So I know a lot of partners are very interested in seeing this information, and here it will be available to you readily. So you can see how many students have accepted the invitation, how many invitations are still out there that the students have not yet accepted. And then you can also see the total number of students in each particular class. Next slide, please. With the student activity report, you'll be able to view the participation levels of all of your registered students, including the number of quizzes that each student has taken, the number of students they have passed, or I'm sorry, the number of quizzes they have passed, as well as that login information. When was the last time they logged in? How many logins have they used to access the classroom? And then possibly most importantly, this is where you'll be able to see how many students have, or if the student has successfully completed his or her online course. Next slide, please. The registration report here is where you'll see registrations listed by course or by student, and whichever option you select, you'll be able to pull up a complete report with that information. In addition, you'll be able to see the course fees and then also your commission. You have the option to download this as a CSV file, so for one example, it may be good to use as a course roster. Next slide, please. There are 3 different reports within the financial aspect of the system, and one is the remittance submission list, which is what you see here. All of the pending status transactions or not yet processed for registered students will be displayed here for you to view. You may create a remittance for those registrations. And as you can see, the information listed is the student name, the course name, registration date, total course fee, your commission, and then the amount that's due to UGotClass. Another report is a payment confirmation report, and you'll have the opportunity to see when payments are received from UGotClass, and one example of that would be student refunds. The third and final report is the financial ledger page. So here you'll be able to track payments to and from Learn, and all financial transactions between UGotClass and your organization will be available for you to view. So as you can see, that's just a glimpse of some of the reports that will be available to you. We're really excited that the new system will save you time, and the information you'd like to see will be available to you there just at the click of a button. The next step will be the ability for you to actually input your own registrations, which is another wonderful feature of our system. And then we can certainly offer and arrange some training with the new system if you'd like. If you don't need the training, that's completely fine too. So if you have any questions at all about what will be available or any questions with what you've seen here, please feel free to contact me anytime. We're really excited and happy to be able to offer this to our partners, so thanks again.
Thank you, Leslie. And this was not the training. This was just an overview of showing you what's coming. And Leslie will be doing training for anyone who wants it on this. So the stage 1 is for you to be able to see your student activity, which was your highest priority and what you wanted to be able to view in real time, I guess they say, anytime. and then also for you to see where your program is at with finances in terms of the overall thing. And as Leslie mentioned, as soon as we are totally comfortable with the system, then we're also going to give you the option of inputting your own registrations. You can continue, at this point, you can continue the way you have, or you will have the option of inputting them yourself right into the system. The other thing, if you were writing down the emails of the people there, thinking maybe you could steal a few customers, I know you're not thinking about that. I know when we started this that you were concerned about other people stealing your customers. But we've always had the guarantee that when you first recruit someone to UGotClass, you essentially own that customer. We'd like to find a different way other than own, but it's short, but you have exclusive rights to registering that customer in the future. And with this new system, there's a backup technologically. That is, another partner, another program cannot input the same email for someone into the system if you've already input that email. So it just doesn't take. It just says, sorry, contact learn. And so this is another service to you that you wanted, and we're pleased to bring to you. So with that, we're ready for questions. Tammy, are you there? Do you see the questions?
I am here and I can see the questions. We have a question from Diana. She's asking if she can have a copy of this PowerPoint. And yes, we are recording this presentation today, and we'll be emailing all of you who are attending today a link so that you can view this at any time. The second question we have is from Anna. Anna is asking when the new software will be available.
Let me take a guess on this, Leslie, and then you tell us. Leslie's the one who's working it on the daily basis. And right now, for the first time, we input student registrations into the new system for November. And we are anticipating, I believe, that in a few weeks that we will allow you to view the student activity and the finances. And then for the next session, which starts in February, we hope to be so comfortable with the system that for those of you who want to input your own registrations, you'll be able to do that. Certainly by February, you all will be able to view your students and the finances. And Leslie, do you want to respond on that one?
Right. I think that sounds great. I think definitely by February, partners will be able to view your student activity. Start using the system.
Yeah. We probably will invite 3 to 5 of you sometime this month to log in and help us tell us what you see and if everything's working. So it's working for us, I can tell you that. So that's great.
That's all the questions. Oh, wait, Mary's got a question. Mary says, I'm in a K-12 setting. Do you have a list of other K-12 partners, if any? If so, can you share those partners who are doing well? So she's looking to see if there are any K-12 partners who are successful at promoting classes. She says with marketing after that.
Yes, and if it is K-12 partners, yes. I mean, we can for any institutional setting, but I saw in there K-12, so certainly West Palm Beach School District has done an outstanding job this year recruiting K-12 teachers for our K-12 courses. And we will follow up. Zek, if you can make a note to figure out the top 5 partners recruiting for the K-12 courses, and then we'll get that to you, as well as make contact with you to see if we have some suggestions and recommendations.
Great. Are there any other questions at this time? It looks like that's a wrap, Bill.
Okay, one other thing we want you to do is tell us, this might be our first 30-minute webinar, so please let us know if you like this quick format. We can talk for a lot longer, but tell us if you like this format with the half-hour presentation. And if there's no other questions, yeah, we're at the half-hour mark. So thanks so much. We had a lot of you here participating, and of course others will listen to the archive. So that every time you respond, that encourages us to work harder for you. So the turnout today has been great, and we really appreciate it. And wish you a great rest of 2013 and holiday season. But we're going to be right back with you on January 1st, and wish you all the success and prosperity in 2014. It's going to be another great year for UGotClass. And once again, thank you for a record year and for making this such a big success. That's it from us. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Tammy. This is Bill Draves. Thanks for being with UGotClass and Learn.